Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. This is a backpack saver video. We have a very active bird in the background. Hello, my friends. This is a backpack shoulder saver video. So you guys requested this video in my private Facebook group, yogahackscommunity.com. You can always leave me requests for classes and let me know how the class went for you in the comments below here on YouTube. But of course, it's really fun and an awesome community over with me on Facebook. Yogahackscommunity.com is how you can join. Anyway, you guys wanted a quick sequence you could do to counteract hunchback because you told me you're carrying around a lot of heavy backpacks at school, and even if you're someone who doesn't carry around a heavy backpack but is just doing a lot of computer work, this is going to be a really great quick sequence for you where we're just going to focus on counteracting all that and opening the chest and shoulders and strengthening our back. So we're going to come right down to the floor and do our first thing lying down, because if you are in school and lugging around something really heavy, maybe you're tired. So we're going to take it a little bit easy to start. So I want you to just lie down on your mat, and I want you to take your right hand in a goalpost shape. So when I say goalpost shape, I want you to really see what this looks like. This is what I mean by goalpost shape. So when I say take your right arm in a goalpost shape, this is what I mean. And then of course it's important to spread your fingers far apart as possible, okay? And keep that elbow bent at a 90-degree angle from your body. This is all gonna be very important, and it's hard to get a visual since I don't have an aerial shot. So take that right arm in a goalpost shape. So you should see your elbow is lining up in line with your shoulder. Your fingers are spread far apart. Now, you may want to grab blanket, couch cushion, double up your mat right here. Kind of just do what you need to do so that you can come to lie now on your side. And some of you may already begin to feel this really deep stretch on the right deltoid right here. Now, there's a couple options for your foot. One thing your left foot might want to do is to just come behind you, okay? But some of you may like to keep the left leg long, and some of you may like it in front of you for balance. Some of you may like it behind you for balance. So just kind of see where you want to be and don't overthink it. Just know that all we're looking for is to get a stretch in your right deltoid, which is that muscle right in front of your shoulder. And this is a pretty intense stretch, I'm not gonna lie. The left hand is just in front of you to help you roll over the right shoulder. Now, I really like to place a block under my head here just to gently rest my temple to the mat. So we don't want any tension in the neck, so relax the neck. And then I want you to spread the left fingers, so that's the fingers of the, spread the right fingers, the fingers of the goalpost arm as far apart as possible, and really press your right hand into the mat. So this hand is active. And we're breathing here into this stretch. Whew. Now you can make some adjustments here. You can lengthen your spine, so kind of adjust your crown of head forward, or, you know, shimmy around. Just get comfortable. We're going to be here for 4 more breaths. So just like with every stretch, really use the breath to self-soothe. And I apologize for starting with such an intense shoulder opener, but for a quick backpack counteract, this is really what we need. So 99% of us, including myself, usually like to stay here and just continue to roll over this right shoulder. If you're needing a more intense stretch, of course, you can experiment with lifting the left arm and begin to reach it back as well. So this is going to intensify things even further. So again, that's kind of the advanced ninja level, so don't feel like you have to do it. I just like to show it as an option. And last 2 breaths here. So big 3-count inhale for me. Exhale all the way. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Let's take it over to the other side. So, whoa, I just came back to center and my shoulders feel very, very different. So you might notice that your right side feels very different from your left. So once again, left is now in the goalpost shape or cactus shape. So the elbow is coming right in line with my shoulder. This left hand now is active as I press my knuckles and spread my fingertips apart. My right hand is pressing me so I can literally roll over my left shoulder. Again, make any little adjustments you need. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 1 And find your breath here. Remember to keep the back of the neck long, so maybe gently dip the chin. Play around with the placement of that right foot if you want it in front of you, right behind you. If you just want it long or hanging off to the side. For me, it really varies day to day where I like to have this leg. There's no right or wrong. Deep breaths into the area of the left deltoid and shoulder. Keep adjusting if you need to. Keep lengthening the spine. On the exhales, just think, let go, let go. Last 2 breaths, just think surrender, let go, release. Good, and then come back to center. I just want you to come up to all 4s. Just notice how your shoulders are feeling. That's a really intense stretch. Just want you to inhale, just take a up cat. Exhale, find your down cat. Good, inhale, up cat. And exhale, down cat. Good, inhale, find your up cat. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. So that can be a down dog with the knees deeply bent. You can begin pedaling one leg and then the other. Spread all the fingers apart, press down through the knuckles. Good, big breath. Nice, gently walk to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart so you're nice and stable. Inhale, find your flat back half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Really prioritizing opening the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Inhale. Emerges you into the flat back. Your out breath folds you forward. So really connecting breath and movement now. Last time, inhale, half lift. So let your breath be what elongates your spine to come into the half lift. And exhale, fold forward. Good. Breathe in, circle your arms down, around and up. Reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Good. Breathe in, takes you to your half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back in space. Left knee to the mat. Low lunge. Beginners, you can just open your arms like this. So take your palms to face the left and right of the room. Maybe look up. Just think of rolling the chest open. And we just did that stretch. You really should be able to feel a little bit of opening here. My level 2, 3 folks, I actually want you to clasp the hands, make a fist behind your low back. Really get the heels of your hands touching if you can. Roll the shoulders open, puff up the chest, collarbones back. Big breath in. Squeeze your inner thighs together to find additional strength and length here so you're not just dumping in the low back and risking hurting yourself. Last big breath. Good. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Step it back to your downward facing dog. Good. Beginners, you can just hold down dog. Level 2, 3, if you have a practice of chaturanga, you can rock forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground and take cobra. Or because this is a quick practice, I'm going to take chaturanga right away. Good. Get the knees off the mat in your up dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Good. Take the right leg high, up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Good. Big breath in. Spiral your right shoulder down towards the floor. One more big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose on the right side. Good. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Rock forward to your plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Good. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee between the hands and right foot to the mat. Again, left knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time, exhale, open. So you're twisting and taking the left hand forward and the right hand back. So you face the side wall of your house. I want you to take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. And I just want you to just reach your right arm back like your life depended on it. So this is very, very active. Squeeze your inner thighs together so you get a little bit of lift, right? So I go from here, if you look at the screen right now, here to up here. You're squeezing the inner thighs together. You're pressing like crazy with this left hand, palms spread far apart on the right knee, and then just reach like your life depended on it through this right hand for a big stretch across the chest and a twist. Inhale, draw the navel in. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Good, inhale, draw in. Exhale, twist deeper. Good, last one. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Curl the left toes under, step forward, okay? So you're back in your forward fold, feet hip width apart. Your inhale brings you into the flat back. Your out breath, bend the knees, surrender, fold forward. Good, inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up. Breathe in. Use your whole in breath to come up. Good, exhale, swan dive right back forward. Really extend through the arms, extend through the biceps, feel through the shoulders, bow forward. Good, inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the right foot back in space, right knee to the mat. Good, inhale, come into your low lunge, and again, beginners or level 1, 2, you can just roll the shoulders open, just focus on the palms facing the left and right of the room. So this is always a good place to just stay. Only if you want to move on will you clasp the hands behind your low back. Try to take the opposite interlacing, so take each finger over one, so you're interlacing the awkward way this time. Press the heels of the hands together, look up, puff up the chest, really roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the inner thighs together, engage your core, big breath. Exhale, roll the shoulders open more. Just think of your heart yearning forward. Good, last breath. I lied, final breath. Good, hands frame the foot. Step back to your downward facing dog. Good, again, you can always just hold down dog, otherwise rock forward, let your in-breath carry you forward to a plank, shoulders over your wrists. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor for cobra, or take chaturanga. Good, knees lift off the mat in your up dog, really roll the shoulders open and back here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up and back, bend the knees, stack the hips. We're here for 2 breaths. So breathe in, spiral the left shoulder down. Exhale all the way. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, rock forward, find your plank pose, pull the knee into the chest. Move slowly, inhale up and back. It's harder to move slow than fast. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, inhale up and back. Good, exhale, knee to nose, but this time you'll step the foot through. Second time, low lunge on the left side. Squeeze the inner thighs together, reach the arms up. And this time the right hand comes forward and the left hand comes back. Okay, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Traction your left knee to the left. Press the palm into the knee like crazy. And then imagine you're reaching for a rope with this left hand, and that rope is pulling you back. So very active across the chest here. Big breath in, get taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Good, inhale, breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, really go for it. Really twist, really open that right shoulder. Good, hands frame the foot. Curl the right toes under, step up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe in, circle the arms down, around, and up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come behind your low back. Interlace the fingers. If that's not possible for you, you can just hold opposite elbows. Or you can always just do a simple forward fold with us instead with no arm variation. You're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Let the back of the neck be long. Keep the knees deeply bent. Just focus on the shoulders only. I want you to press the heels of your hands to touch. Let the back of your neck drop and get long. Let gravity be your friend here. You can maybe play with straightening one leg and then the other, but I really just want you to think of the shoulders moving up your back. So the shoulders move away from the ears. So look at the screen for a moment. See my shoulders hunched up by my ears. Now see me rolling them down and back. I want you to do the same thing. So the fist comes up and forward, not just forward. Good, last breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back to a lunge. Good, I want you to straighten the right leg. You're just gonna come into a straddle position. Turn your toes in, your heels out. Breathe in, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Again, notice if your shoulders, look at the screen for a moment, are coming up by your ears. Press your shoulders down and back. Good, breathe in. Just be on your breath now. Exhale, fold forward. Last time, inhale, breathe in. Make sure your toes are in and your heels are wider than your toes, so hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch along the outer shins here as well, a little bit of a bonus. Good, inhale, I want you to take your left hand directly underneath your face. I'd prefer for you to have your fingertips propped up, so you're in little ridge top fingers instead of your palm flat to the ground. Reach the right arm to the sky. Good. Once again, our focus is the shoulders. We're stacking the right shoulder over the left. Inhale, I want you to lengthen your spine. So feel your tailbone lengthen back, your abs draw in. Then reach your crown of the head further towards the front of the room and glide your shoulder blades down and back. So of course you're twisting, but there's something more subtle going on here, which is that the twist is actually lengthening your spine. So I want you to think of the pose as forward and back, not just up and down. So tailbone back, abs in, crown of head forward, last breath. Exhale, switch it out. Right hand down, maybe prop up on those fingertips. You can always use a block under the hand, and the left arm's gonna reach. So a lot of times I see students down here doing this pose. You want your spine to be parallel to the floor so you can have a lot of length. Inhale, tailbone back, crown of head forward. Exhale, stack the left shoulder over the right. Good, 2 more breaths. Glide your shoulders actively down and back away from your ears. Last 2. Good, last 1. Nice, take the hands back to frame the foot. So you're gonna walk the hands forward, turn the right toes forward. You're gonna jump switch. So jump switch so the left leg's in front. Good, jump switch so the right leg's in front. Jump switch left. Good, do 2 more on your own. Right, left. Good, and then wherever you are, push back to down dog. Inhale, rock forward to your plank pose. Good, breathe in, heels back, crown of head forward. Reach your sternum forward, glide your shoulders back. We're here for 3 more breaths. Pull your navel up and in. Think of your heels of your hands moving towards your toes moving towards your heels of your hands, like your mat would bubble up in the center. Last 2. Strong breathing. 3 count inhale, 3 count exhale. Last breath. Good, knees, chest, chin, or lower all the way down to the mat in one straight line. Good, adjust yourself as needed. I want your forehead to be on the mat. I want you to take your hands to your low back. Good. From here, I want you to reach your right arm forward and look up. Good, and then take it back behind you. Take your left hand forward and come up into a cobra. Good, take the left hand back. Good, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, returns to the low back, forehead to the mat. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, forehead to the low back. We're gonna add the leg. So opposite leg is gonna lift. So I want you to lift your left leg as you reach the right arm forward, come into a cobra. Exhale, come down. So this is a Shalabhasana variation, moving with the breath. Lift the right leg and the left arm. Good, exhale, fold down. Keep going. So whatever side you're on, whatever pace you're on, you don't need to be in my breath call or doing what I'm doing. Palms face up when you take the hands to the low back every single time. Inhale, I'm now lifting left and right leg. Left hand, right leg. Right arm, left leg. I'll be quiet. So you can do this for yourself. 2 more rounds each side. Just keep moving. Your inhale, lengthening, maybe point the toes. Keep going, final set. And pull your navel up and in. Protect the low back, last one. Good. I want you to take your elbows underneath your shoulders, come into a Sphinx pose. Roll your shoulders back, reach your heart forward, big breath in. Exhale, take the collarbones back and the heart forward more. Good, we're gonna do one of my favorite things I've been doing recently. I'm really excited to share with you. It's a Dhanurasana modification. So I want you to take your elbows forward. So traditional Sphinx, we want the elbows under the shoulders. Take the elbows a little bit narrower and about 2 to 3 inches forward of where you'd normally have them. So see how my elbows are no longer under my shoulder? I've moved them forward. Good, and then I want you to think collarbones back, heart open,
Maybe look up, don't crane the neck obviously, but just have energy up, pressing down into the elbows. Good, so just a nice wider sphinx because the elbows are forward of your shoulders. Should feel really good. Plug your shoulders down and back. Keep looking up. Now from here, just bend your knees, flex your feet, take your feet as if they were pressing, stamping into the ceiling, and just breathe here. 3 count in. 3 count out. Keep pressing the heart forward. Press the hips into the mat. And again, just have the feet flexed and pressing towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Let's stay here just another 2 because it feels so good. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I just really love, Dhanurasana would be actually clasping our ankles and kicking back. I'm just finding something so beautiful about this version. It's just more open, more relaxing. You can just settle here. Okay, last breath for real. Good. Re-lengthen the legs. Take the palms underneath your breastbone. Press back. We're going to press in to child's pose. So take the knees as wide as the mat, unless you like to have the knees together. Come into child's pose, and then child's pose variation. I want you to bring the middle fingers to touch and take your elbows wide in a diamond shape. So your hands should be closer to your head than normal. Elbows wide, so you're making a diamond shape. With the arms, maybe move the seat from side to side to just loosen the low back. And what having the elbows wide does is it just allows us to fully relax our shoulders. So just make sure there's no tension in the traps, no tension in the shoulders. 2 breaths here. Exhale completely. Massive inhale. Exhale completely. Good. Second child's pose variation. Just take the elbows in front of you, bring the palms to touch, and then just sink your forehead down and just see where you want to be. Maybe you just want to keep your palms pressing together actively with your middle finger pointing directly towards the ceiling or the sky. Or maybe you want to take your thumbs towards your shoulder blades. And I'm actually going to invite you to transition between those 2 shapes if it feels good. So you're staying in child's pose, but you take the middle finger towards the sky. So fingertips towards the sky, and then take the fingertips back towards your seat. So the thumb comes to rest between your shoulder blades. So you're just kind of moving your hand between these 2 positions. So the hands are pointing straight up to the sky, and then you're taking them down 45-degree angle into the shoulder blades. And of course you can just hold one of these positions if it feels better for you, but I'm really enjoying moving between the 2 right now. It's a nice gentle bicep stretch and shoulder opener. Good. And then come up onto all 4s. Take your knees a little bit farther back, and then just begin walking your hands forward for puppy pose. Same idea here. So hips stay directly over your knees. So we're not in child's pose anymore. So make sure your hips are over your knees. Your seat's not on your heels. Press your palms into the mat really fiercely. Spread all 10 fingers apart. Press through the index finger knuckle. Really press into the ground. So there should be this force of your hands really spread apart, really pressing into the ground, forehead to mat. Let your chest just dip through. Exhale all the way. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Good. Inhale. Exhale completely. Good. Walk your hands back up. We'll end with some final stretches on the floor. So level 2, 3, if you're really comfortable doing yoga a long time, I'm going to invite you to have your soles of the feet touching in Baddha Konasana. Level 1, just have the left foot in front, or just find a simple cross-leg position. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale, find that cactus arm shape. Yeah.
And then just thread the right elbow underneath the left. Good. Breathe here. Glide your shoulder blades down and back. And then gently lift the elbows, but keeping the shoulder blades secured on the back. So there's no point in having the elbows super high if our shoulders aren't completely grounded down. Good. And then you can just stay here, or you can inhale. Imagine there was a hook around your elbows. Just kind of gently lift the elbows. Keep the shoulders secured down though. And then exhale. As if you wanted to like stab your belly button with your elbows. It's like you're rounding forward. Okay, so this is, again, just dynamic movement to help us. You can always just look at the screen, at me for a moment. See how I'm inhaling, lifting the elbows, but my shoulders aren't down, right? They're not by my ears. I'm keeping them plugged down. Then I'm exhaling again. It's like my elbows want to come in towards my navel. And I'm just doing these gentle movements. So it's kind of just like up cat, down cat, except we're seated with the hands and eagle arms. So now you try it, close the eyes, just tune in. So once you get the visual from me on the screen, I want you to then get completely comfortable with your own breath, your own movement. Just close your eyes. Do this 3 more rounds. Inhaling, shoulders up. Exhaling, shoulders stay down. Elbows in. So sorry, it's really elbows up and elbows down. Shoulders stay plugged down the whole time. Good. Last one. Good, and then come back to center. I just want you to press your arms in opposite directions. So is it the left arm is pressing to the right and the right arm is pressing to the left. So we're gonna flick apart in a moment. So don't flick apart yet, but I want you to really press your hands and elbows together so it would be like that would explode apart. Just keep pressing, 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 pressing. Good, and then let them go. Good, inhale, look up. Exhale, release down. Good, if you're in Baddha Konasana, stay there. If you did the other version, we are just in Sukhasana, simple seated, just switch which leg is in front. Okay, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. This time we'll take the left elbow under the right, so the opposite way. First, glide your shoulder blades down and back, plug them down. Really press the palms together. And I'm sorry, guys, should have mentioned this first side, but if you can't really do this exercise, just interlace the elbows, yeah? And just work here, or just cross at the elbows. Okay, glide the shoulder blades back, energetically lift the elbows. Make sure you're not arching too much or rounding too much in your low back. The low back stays neutral this whole time. It's just the upper back we're gonna play with. Once you find your Garudasana shape, inhale. Imagine there was a hook around your elbows. Keep the shoulder blades firmly on your back, shoulders down, far away from the ears, but just gently lift the elbows. As you breathe in, as you exhale, elbows into the navel. Round. Okay, just dynamic movement on your own now. You know what to do. Close your eyes. Tune me out. Just be with your breath. Last 2. Last 1. We'll meet in center. Just pause. Don't release the interlacing yet. I just want you to think of the forearms moving in opposite directions. So you really, really, really feel a stretch in the back of the shoulder blades. Just last big breath. Fill up. Good. And then really feel that release. Inhale. Exhale all the way. Good. We'll end with bridge pose. So take the soles of the feet to the floor. I always like to make this a nice transition down. So plugging the shoulder blades back, rounding my tailbone forward, coming down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Just adjusting my microphone. Good. And then make sure your middle finger's grazing your heel. Lift your hips up, and you're going to interlace your hands behind your low back, or level 1. You can always just be right here if this is a first step for you. Otherwise, interlace the hands underneath your low back. Make sure that pinky finger is in your fist, so all your weight's not on your pinky finger. Begin shimmying your shoulders together. So I always like thinking of it, it's like you're doing origami with your shoulder blades and really folding them underneath you. Press the soles of your feet into the floor. Lift your hips. Back of the neck is long. Just last 2 breaths here. Big breath. Press your chest forward. Exhale all the way so your chest is moving towards your face. Shoulder blades are really grounding down. Press down through the feet. Last big breath. Exhale, let it go. Good. Press your elbows into the mat. Lengthen your low back long, so curl your tailbone forward. Set your pelvis down. Extend the right leg. Extend the left leg. Press your elbows into the mat again. See how my shoulder blades lift off the mat when I press my elbows into the mat, and then just scooch the left shoulder blade down and back, right shoulder blade down and back. Let the palms face up. And then usually after you do that adjustment with the shoulder blades, you need to lift your pelvis one more time. So lift your hips one more time, lengthen your tailbone forward one more time. Good, because once you origami the shoulders that deeply underneath you, you need to re-lengthen the spine. And now you're just gonna let go of any conscious breath. Just let a soft inhale wash across the chest. Exhale all the way. Shavasana. Gently take the thumbs over the pads of the fingers. And wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe roll the ankles in circles. Reach the arms up overhead. Big cat stretch to really yawn the whole body long. Exhale, curl up into a little ball. Knees into chest. Good, and then you can rock and roll up to a comfortable seat, or you can roll over into the fetal position to one side or the other. We'll all meet sitting. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Palms are face down on the knees. Breathe in, just roll the shoulders up. As you exhale, draw them down and back. 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders roll up. Exhale, draw them down and back. Good. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, down and back. Good. Just find a tall spine. Take the palms face up now. Index finger and thumb touch. Breathe in. Tailbone to crown of head. Get long. Exhale, shoulders back in space. Really slowing the breath down. Huge breath in. Breathe up your spinal column. Exhale, think collarbones back. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale, get taller. Gently open the eyes as you're ready. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope your shoulders feel really different, even though this was a quick, not full-length class. And if you liked this sequence, hit the like button, share this video with a friend. That'll help me so much. Leave me a comment below and let me know how it went so you can request new classes, and of course join my private Facebook group if you want to be deeper in my yoga community, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you haven't already. From my heart and my backpack wearing and my life to yours, love and gratitude. Namaste. Hey guys, so during this class, this is what's going on here. This beautiful sunset. I wish I could film against the sunset backdrop, but some construction and stuff that was going on today just didn't make that possible, but it's just so beautiful. So I wanted to share it with you, because look at the colors in the sky. Let's see if I can zoom in. Anyway, if you're watching this still, thank you so much for being part of my channel and part of my life and supporting me through watching my videos and checking out my props and my courses and everything on my website. It means so much. And yeah, I'll figure out how to film in front of the sunset really soon. And yeah, final from my heart to yours. Namaste.